Welcome back to the Pearl Report. Many people's lives have been touched by horrendous historical or personal events, leaving gaping wounds for generations. They say history and memory must be preserved to precipitate forgiveness.
Okay.
Jonathan Chan is a social worker serving ethnic minority groups in Hong Kong.
Hong Kong is in a way has its own freedom, but there's many people from deprived background do need help in voicing out their concern. It's about how you collect the data in the practice process and how you actually integrate that into your improving your service.
He offers job training and translation services to minorities.
I can see that there are many people that actually are talented but devoid of chances in their own life. This is me, and this is also me here with Fong down in the background. This is vicariously, but when I was still quite young and very thin.
Student leaders of the pro-democracy movement in Beijing in 1989. Jonathan, also a university student then, supported them as a member of the Hong Kong Federation of Students.
I was being touched when I look up on the television and see people doing hunger strike.
Protesters soon commandeered Tiananmen Square.
We know the progress in a very intimate way. How the students are organizing in Beijing.
That April, Jonathan helped bring the demonstrators there over 1 million Hong Kong dollars raised in Hong Kong.
Hong Kong people were quite proud that they contributed money and other resources, moral support for the demonstrators. It was the first time that we saw such a high sense of identification on the part of Hong Kong Chinese with the future of reform in China.
Jonathan says at least 60 Hong Kong students joined the movement in Beijing.
When the soldiers come on 2nd of June, the square is not that many students, 20,000 or something.
Jonathan says he was there too.
The civilians all chanting the song of democracy.
In the wee hours, Jonathan heard gunshots.
We're thinking about maybe they will club us or using tear gas. We never imagined that they would actually fire live ammunition at us. I was later helping in the makeshift first aid station. People are shouting and crying in pains, crying for their mommy. They got shot on the back, on the legs. Some of them actually arrived dead. Medical staff tried to help them.
He said he carried dozens of dead bodies and injured people to the hospital beds.
The acquaintance of my female colleague was dead on arrival. His younger brother come and cry so violently. That young boy, I think, is 15, 16 years old. He got so enraged, and he said, I will go and avenge for my brother. We can't stop him. And then 30 minutes, 45 minutes later, he came back. He died on the spot. My female colleague collapsed and fell. I just keep crying without any sound. How can you justify killing hundreds, maybe even thousands of your own civilians in this kind of manner?
Even though 24 years have passed, people are still demanding that the party leadership make a formal apology. Most of all, they want the current leadership to say that this faulty decision-making, this authoritarian style of leadership will not repeat itself.
For the part of central government, I don't think I would ever forget them, especially because they try to hide the facts, right? How can you forgive someone that still refuses to admit any wrongdoing?
Last month, Wu Kaishi was refused entry into the mainland via Hong Kong.
The government don't really want to talk about it anymore because they know when they talk about it, people will start remembering it, and then pressure will be put on the government.
For the past 24 years, Hong Kong has held a mass vigil every June 4th.
This is a big psychological complex, which is very important for Hong Kong people. The current leader, President Xi Jinping, has already pointed out that the party did not make any mistake in the past, and actually open discussions about the operations of the party are now forbidden. It looks like it will continue to be a deadlock, at least for the foreseeable future.
They should have a public statement saying what happened. They should reveal what they know. They should open their book, and then they should be ready to show their responsibility, be it legal or is it moral. Before that happens, any talk of reconciliation is kind of pipe dream in my view.
At the age of 5 years old, the Germans want to kill me. Why? Because I'm born Jewish.
76-year-old Sylvain Gilbert moved to Hong Kong 17 years ago. He often speaks to student groups here.
We didn't have cake, we even didn't have bread. We were like kids from India or Bangladesh.
Sylvain is a survivor of the Jewish Holocaust during the Second World War.
I was hidden during the war as a little child.
After the Germans invaded Belgium in 1942, they launched the Final Solution campaign, condemning millions of Jewish people to die in concentration camps. To hide from the Nazis, Sylvain says his parents and thousands of other Jews sought help from the Catholic Church.
In Belgium, there is a priest who brought me from my parents to this safe place.
He brought Sylvain and his 10-year-old sister to Fanny, a 65-year-old single woman living in a tiny village.
This priest was catched by the Germans and they killed him.
Fanny hid altogether 4 Jewish kids for 3 years.
We have nearly no food.
Sylvain's parents had to hide in another city. He reunited with his parents after the war ended in 1945.
Those remain all my life. The separation, I have cramps in my stomach, I have nightmares.
Sylvain spoke at this Holocaust exhibition in Hong Kong last month.
Because of Sylvain's talk, I wouldn't discriminate people from mainland China.
I used to bully people, talk bad things about them. It wouldn't change.
The aim of the exhibition is to raise awareness of racial discrimination because that was the seed planted into the people and it became a Holocaust where millions were killed just because people were Jewish.
Sylvain lost 52 family members. His wife Sabine also lost dozens from her family in the Holocaust.
I know about the 2 sisters of my father, but it must be his grandparents, his uncle, his aunts. It must be hundreds of people who disappeared. It feels me feel lonely. Lonely.
You once said that you can't forget, but you forgave. Did you forget?
It took me surely 40 years. You cannot live with hate. Hate brings hate.
Of course, we have to forgive, but we don't have to forget. And because if we forget, then it can happen all the time, over and over.
It's wonderful the way they do it.
Is there anything specific that helped you forgive?
I start to share my life, my experience, going to all the school. The trauma is slowly going out.
Sylvain also wrote a book on his life.
I am the living memory of it. My duty is the duty of memory. You must never forget the monstrosity of the Holocaust.
Sylvain is an excellent example of someone who has managed to walk that tightrope. So much of his life at this point is devoted to perpetuating the memory of the Holocaust. He has, in a sense, moved past the suffering.
We are before Christmas. Whatever your religion, whatever your belief, this is the most important holiday for peace, peace of this world. Men don't make war. Accept the other one.
Well, thank you for watching our show. It will be re-aired on Tuesday and Saturday, as well as on tvb.com. Until next time, from the Pearl Report team, good night, good luck, good health, and have a magical Christmas.